Titans. Impressive from the outset, but as I mentioned just a moment ago, really that boat raced out of the moorings right at the beginning of the game, got out by 26, and then they just kind of nursed the lead from there on.
Absolutely, and Coach Riley even talked about coming back in the second half, got to make sure we come with the same intensity, and not to take anything away from all. They didn't start that second half with that same intensity, and Tacoma was able to cut that down to 15, but the backhanded compliment, I guess, is when you're up by 26, you can afford to have a little letdown in intensity, but still maintain a comfortable lead the rest of the half and come away with a nice 18-point victory to win that championship trophy.
And we have Keith Neely down on the floor. We'll get some interviews with some of the victorious players and coaches after they give the presentation of the awards here. Got quite a few awards, the most valuable player, all tournament team, those types of activities to go on the floor. So with the win, Walla will end their season at 24-8. Tacoma will end now with the loss at 18-14. And big hugs all around for Jeff Reinland and his Walla players. The Tacoma Titans still hanging around. They'll get the second place trophy.
And what a season for the Titans. I mean, to be 18-14 finishing out with it, I mean, that's, 14 losses, just barely, only a couple games over 500, and yet the run that they put on to be able to get themselves in the championship game cannot take anything away from the hard work and the intensity they put into getting themselves to this game. Congratulations to the Titans on a great season.
Great season, the number 4 seed out of the West Division. And they kind of made their way through into the championship game, and then Walla, though, they were really impressive all 4 days of the tournament, 2 last weekend and 2 this weekend. And so they are being presented now with the bracket and the trophies and all the various paraphernalia that comes with an NWAC championship, including a banner they get to hoist into the rafters down at Walla Community College. And now I think their players are writing in, hey, we won the game, so getting some
putting
photos.
Putting their name on that championship line right there.
That's right.
And one of those few times that we can say, this is the time you can hold up one finger saying that we are the number 1 best team in the NWAC. Congratulations to the Walla Warriors.
Pretty good team. They live and die by the 3, but I tell you, they lived big time by the 3 in this tournament.
Absolutely, and we talked about the first round game was a 2-point victory. Everything since then has been a little smoother sailing for them. Their closest game was the semis, was 14-point victory over Lower Columbia. Everything else was 20 or more until the championship game being finished up at 18.
Let's go down to Keith Neely on the sideline. Keith.
We talked about pace coming out of the half break. A little bit of lull in the second half. Was there ever a question in your mind?
There's always a question in my mind. I mean, they're a great team. We knew they were going to come out a little fired up, and they did. And I think when number 0 hit the 2 long threes to start the half, and we had a little shaky start, I think that kind of got our guys kind of questioning themselves a little bit. But, every time they kind of got it to 15 or 16, we got it back up to 22 or 23. So about the 8-minute mark, I was thinking we were going to get it.
You got a couple of incredible sophomores leading the pack out here. Talk a little bit about your squad.
Yeah, Gabe's been tremendous for us. He's had his ups and downs, but boy, what a sophomore year he's had, 23 a game, and guys all over him all the time, and great job. And I only had Colin for 1 year. He transferred in from Eastern Oregon, just now turning into what he, the kind of player he could be, and he'll carry that on at the next level. And then, Dalton, that guy set a school record for minutes played. I mean, he plays 38, 39 minutes a game. He's a really only true 4-man that we have that fits our system, that can bang the 3 and big enough to guard a big guy. And they're just real special guys, and I couldn't be happier for them. I mean,
it's a happy time for sure. Let's talk a little about the tournament itself, it's a marathon. You got to work a long season, then you got to play 4 to get where you are. A little bit of a scare on game 1. Tell us a little bit about that game in itself, and then how you rallied to get to the championship.
Well, I was telling Coach Mendelson today at the coaches meeting, he could just as easily be here. I mean, they defended us very, very well. We had trouble getting our 3-point shots off. We only made 4. That's a school low record for me in my coaching career in 32 years. They just did a great job defending us. Luckily in that game, Landon had a big game at the end of the game, took it over, and we were able to pull it out. And, Pierce is a great team. We played them early, beat them by 3, and got lucky to win that game. And I think we were pretty lucky to win the game here, and very fortunate anyway. So could have just as easily been Pierce, but could have been just as easily been a few teams. So.
My good-looking trophy over there, the hardware. Do you have a place set aside in the Dietrich Dome, or do you already have one in mind?
I don't. I never really ever thought in my wildest dreams this would happen. So I haven't done that. So I'm just going to get back and figure out what to do with it.
Coach, congratulations. Great game.
Thank you, and thanks to the NWAC for everything they do. And thanks to you guys. Thanks.
Tom, back to you.
Thanks very much. That's Coach Jeff Reinland of the Walla Walla Warriors. Walla Walla won it in 78 and 79, so it's been a long, long time since the Walla Walla Warriors have taken a NWAC men's basketball trophy home, and they get it here. We'll see if we get a interview with a player. Who'd you like? Who really stood out for you?
Well, just because he was named the tournament MVP, I'd love it if we could get a word from Keith. Or Keith, we could maybe get a word with Landon Radliff, was just named the tournament MVP as well as first team, obviously. Joining his teammates, just listening to the announcements, Landon Radliff, Dalton Thompson, Colin Bekalarski, and Gabe Porter all on the first team, all tournament first team, with Landon Radliff being that MVP.
Well, let's go to Landon Radliff. He is with our Keith Neely. And you're going to keep him from cutting down the nets? Is that what you're
for now.
Okay.
For now, we're with Landon Radliff, named the tournament MVP. He finished the game with 9 points. Tell me a little bit about, you immediately grabbed the pen when it came to writing the Magic Warrior name on the bracket. Was that a decision, or you just went for it?
I was waiting for that. I think a lot of people in Walla Walla have been waiting for this for about 38 years. So to write that official score on that card, man, that's something that's priceless for us.
You've had a heck of a season, a heck of a job at dictating pace. Did you talk a lot about energy and pace coming into the game? Because it sure looked like you were running downhill most of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, energy has been our go-to thing since we got to this tournament. Our first 2 games, we were all energy, and we blew out, come out by 20 points and got a big win against Pierce. Then we came back this week and we said, let's do the same thing. Let's get the energy going. And once one person gets the energy going, I think the other 4 feed off of it, and then that's when we start going.
You put a whole lot of points next to names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different Warriors in the scoring column. Does it feel better to you? Do you get a better kick at addition and letting somebody hit a 3, or do you feel better when you get the dribble drive for the score? What's your preference?
I'm very all about giving the ball to my players. I mean, especially this team we have right here, everyone's hitting. I just want to get them the ball. I trust my teammates so much, and they trust me. And I mean, look what happened. We're NWAC champs.
Your tournament MVP, it's Landon Radliff. Go cut down some net, would you?
Thank you.
Back to you, Tom.
There you go. Thanks very much, Keith Neely. And thanks to the coach and to the players. And that is going to wrap it up as the NWAC Men's Basketball Championship goes to the Walla Walla Warriors with the win, 93-75. Joel Boyer, very, very impressive.
Really impressive Warriors team. It's fun to hear Jeff Reinland talk about in his 32 years of coaching, just the talent that this team has. It's fun to hear Landon Radliff talk about that Walla Walla.
I like the fact that Radliff knew it was 38 years since they won it.
And to me, that's not surprising. I mean, obviously it's what you hope for in all your players, but especially your point guard, just having that presence of mind. We talked to the high school state tournament about the presence of mind different players had, but Radliff feels like one of those one, if I dare say, an all-boy or team candidate for understanding which light on the scoreboard is out, which door is a little. You got to jimmy it a little bit to get yourself in. Just seems like one of those presence of mind to know 38 years ago is the last time they won it, and they're bringing it back. And it's not just an excitement for these players; it's a community thing for Walla Walla as well for them, and that's a pretty awesome accomplishment these guys have done so today.
And thank you to Everett Community College for hosting the event, to the NWAC for putting on the event, the Northwest Athletic Conference. Today, in overtime, the women, the title goes to Spokane, 76-73. On the men's side, final score, Walla Walla 93, Tacoma 75. For Joel Boyer and Keith Neely, for Buddy Patrick, for Todd Elvig and his entire STSPN crew, I'm Tom Lafferty. Thanks for being with us. The 2017 NWAC Men's Basketball Championship goes to Walla Walla. Good night, everybody.